Yes, ladies and gentlemen, WiiM is now in the business of bass. I'm a huge bass enthusiast, so I feel like I'm the right guy for the job when it comes to putting this thing through the ringer. In this video, I'll be breaking down what makes this subwoofer stand out, and of course, we'll be measuring that sweet bass to see how low the bass can go. Hello there, I'm Mike, and I'd like to welcome you back to Audio Arkitekts. I think with many of you that have been staunch supporters over the past 6 years, it's like when you have those friends that just walk into your house because you're that comfortable. That's kind of how things are here, but I will welcome you back nevertheless. What you're looking at here is the WiiM subwoofer, designed with a minimalist modern aesthetic. The body has a smooth gloss black finish with rounded edges that gives it a sleek, sculpted appearance. There's no visible clutter, there aren't any knobs, buttons, or grills on the front, just a clean surface with a subtle WiiM logo near the top center. At the bottom, you'll notice a horizontal bass port that runs along the front panel, slightly recessed and is scented by a metallic trim that gives it a refined high-end look. Inside the port is a downward firing 8-inch driver and the official port beside it. The overall design feels compact and contemporary, making it easy to integrate into almost any setup. It's a perfect example of form meeting function, combining a modern aesthetic with the kind of understated elegance that fits right into today's clean tech spaces. Around the back is as matter of fact as things can come, just a power, network, and RCA input. That's it. Everything else is controlled through the mobile app. This is where I feel things are going to get a bit wild because there's lots of things to consider here. It's not just a bass maker. You can pair this sub with your WiiM products. In this case, I'm pairing it with the WiiM Amp Ultra, and you can enjoy your bass wirelessly, which makes placement so much easier. Now, it does have an RCA input at the back of the unit, so you can still use this sub with any other component that has a sub out or a pre-out. You'll be handling all the heavy lifting in the WiiM Home app, which lets you adjust EQ, crossover, frequency, phase, level, and latency for a custom experience. It does also have Room Fit, which is a sort of room correction software that WiiM offers that uses your mobile device's microphone or an external one attached to your mobile device to analyze your room acoustics, then automatically adjusts bass output for optimal performance. I know there are a lot of you that like this next feature. It automatically enters standby mode and detects RCA signal or plug input. This optimizes energy use and simplifies daily operation. If it makes my life easier, I like it.
He likes it! Hey, Mikey!
Inside the sub is a 250 watt Class D amp that powers the 8-inch down-firing driver that is rated to go all the way down to 25 Hz. Let's test the resolve of this subwoofer. The measurements weren't kind to this subwoofer, unfortunately, in comparison to the rated frequency range. However, it measured right around what I was expecting for an 8-inch subwoofer with a 250 watt amp. It's strong around 40 to 50 Hz. This is where this subwoofer can perform at its best. I did a near field and an in-room measurement, and they both were similar in that respect. They rated this sub down to 25 Hz. I mean, technically it does 25 Hz at like 80 decibels. This is a tough one, guys, because I don't know what settings they used or what environment they were in when they originally came up with these numbers. So I can't say that they weren't being honest. I can just show you what the results in my room with my instruments came up with. I think the sub met its intentions. I think it's the same philosophy as like a Sonos subwoofer or a similar bass module you'd find in a higher end soundbar. This would be perfect if your intentions were to supplement some of the low end for, like, let's say bookshelf speakers. It's not a subwoofer for home theater enthusiasts or someone expecting aggressive, visceral, low end bass. If you're in a small to medium sized room, this is fantastic if you're looking for subtle enhancement in bass. And for me, it added a bit of depth and warmth that made the music feel fuller and more immersive. The bass that I heard from this subwoofer was clean and punchy. It didn't distort, it wasn't floppy, it had plenty of power for that little 8-inch sub. If you go in with the right expectations, I don't think you'll be disappointed. It does what it does, and for what it is, it sounds nice. It added a good amount of bass for a lifestyle product. I think that's a win. If you have a modest system and want to add a bit of bass to your sound, this is a great way to go, especially if you're already in the WiiM ecosystem, because then everything pairs wirelessly, which I kind of feel is the biggest selling point here. Thank you for making it to the end. This was a fun video to film. I love subwoofers, and I am really excited that WiiM is exploring other avenues of sound. Lord only knows what they'll come up with next. I'd like to introduce you all to my Patreon. Next week I start uploading a new type of video on there, only available on Patreon, and the first one is going to be about the 2 life hacks you'll need to know about when upgrading or buying a new sound system. Secret stuff. I learned this stuff from the masters, so tune in next week. If you like my t-shirts that I usually wear, not today, they make a great holiday gift, so go down to the description and it will take you to audioarkitekts.com where you can buy some cool audio-inspired, tech-inspired t-shirts. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and freak out with the like button. Thanks for watching, friends. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.